Berkeley Community Chorus and Orchestra was started in 1966 by Eugene Jones. Jones would become the first African American to lead a large chorus in the Bay Area. In 1988, after passing the baton, Arlene Sagan became director of the Berkeley Community Chorus. She put emphasis on teaching the less experienced singers and drawing upon the expertise of the more experienced ones. Under her directorship, the organization began to sponsor events such as the Chamber Chorus, which would sing in community centers and nursing homes. After 23 years, going from strength to strength, Arlene Sagan passed on a baton to Ming Luke. Ming Luke began to focus on the technique and the sound of the choir. He created the assistant and apprentice conductorships.
As for the community choir, it attracts interest in Western societies which are increasingly becoming places of constraint and economic demand. Community singing bonds people together. It can meet a vital human need of social participation in societies which have become places of stress and alienation, and offers musical engagement within a social dynamic. According to Elizabeth Slotsky, in the Voices from the Community Choir paper, this paper discusses how singing draws people together and can act as an agent which builds community.
As far as the Berkeley Community Chorus is concerned, they interact with each other on a very humorous level, playing with each other during rehearsals, lip trills, during their exercises. They become part of an integrated whole. In the article, Ming Luke energizes the Berkeley Community Chorus and Orchestra. Susan Moffat goes into depth on how these practices help the singers turn into this cohesive whole. It serves as a springboard from which to continue their musical journey into the sacred and profane.
Witnessing the Berkeley Community Chorus and Orchestra was a real treat for me in Winford. We took note of a number of things apart from the concert notes. We noticed that it really did provide a big context as to what exactly we were listening to. This introductory literature contains biographical standpoints of what Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart had in store for this unfinished masterpiece. Showing his mastery of counterpoint, Mozart plays "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, Hosanna in the highest," towards the ending Benedictus, which concludes the entire great mass. And we see here how great his ear is in changing one part of a song into another, emotionally transitioning things. From Raymond Myers, a fairly busy tenor, singing Quoniam, to Igor Vieira, the baritone, joined with Jennifer Paulino, the soprano, and Megan Berti, the mezzo-soprano, concluding the Benedictus with a standing ovation. Luke, the conductor, made the piece flow so well. From note to note, the emphasis of the sound was key and element to it, really projecting to the audience so that we could feel what was conducted in such a manner because of the composition that Mozart had in store for his audience.
Well, the artist venue, in this case, the Berkeley Community Chorus and Orchestra, is important to the community because they provide a service. They provide ordinary people like you and me the opportunity to participate in the music-making process. Nowadays, music-making is becoming more of a commercial thing. Opera houses and theaters are playing more and more of the same thing or the same type of thing because they know that's what sells. The Berkeley Community Chorus and Orchestra and other community choruses like them offer the opportunity to learn more about the artists that you listen to, learn more about Mozart, learn more about Verdi, learn more about the lesser-known composers whose works are just as magnificent, even if they are lesser known.
Well, as far as the social issues are concerned in this Berkeley chorus, I noticed that there was one thing that lacked with other performances compared to this, and it was that communal effort where people could join in towards the end just to celebrate not only Christ's passion, death, and resurrection in this context, but also having a say in the music that was performed. And to me that really touched what I enjoyed most about the piece, which was that communal effort.
As a music minor and also as a member of the University Choral Ensemble here on campus, I look at the Berkeley Community Chorus and Orchestra and I see some of the same things that I do with my chorus here. Like we go through our lip trills, our exercises, and then we transition from the community building aspect to the actual pieces themselves.
The reality of seeing how many people enjoy classical music and different genres of music per se, though this one only highlighted the classical side, I must admit that being a music major allows me to venture into different genres that I wouldn't normally find myself in and immerse myself with.
Now the piece that we'd like you to listen to is called Ave Verum Corpus. And this piece is, in my opinion, one of the best pieces I've heard. It isn't serious, but it also is music for music's sake. It's simple in form, but at the same time, very complex in the richness of its musical expressiveness. It's very reverent, yet at the same time very intimate. It starts off in a bright key of D major, and Mozart progresses into its very dramatic text, going from D major into an unpredictable F, and then resolving at an E natural, rising to the E, just as Christ was risen from the dead. Mozart tends to play with this piece. As you read the text and you listen to the music, you can kind of see where the music and the text go along together. In the end, it is both ethereal and cathartic, ecstatic and thought-provoking.